Just kidding. The trailer's boring enough, so let's just get to it already. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator came out on December 4th, 2017, and begins with a minigame where you make pizza and shoot it at kids. And then you continue shooting at kids, and then, oh, an animatronic. I'll just shoot pizza to distract it, and oh, it works. And all I gotta do is feed the other kids pizza, and I'll just win. Wait, what? Okay, what is going on? Why is everything glitching out? Oh, oh no. Oh my gosh, everything is glitching. What the actual heck? Oh, well, it's FNAF World all over again. After doing this sound test with this thing on the last test, it cuts off from 3
Begin
and
audio prompt
Scrap
in
Baby
3.
finishes off the
2,
counting.
1.
And then it rolls into a short tutorial about how to play the business game, aka this game.
It's your time to shine. It's time to take your career into your own hands. You've saved money your whole life. Great. Now it's time to put all your eggs into one basket and take a huge gamble on your future. A gamble that comes with a 100% chance of success in some cases. What are we talking about? We're talking about becoming a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee. That's right, restaurant ownership and management. Something almost anyone can do with a limited degree of success. Sure, it's a lot of money to invest, but everyone's doing it. And that means it's safe and lucrative. With your initial investment, you'll receive everything you need to get started, including a small room, some tables, and electricity. But don't forget about the money you had left over after buying your franchise package. Use it to decorate, buy a stage, buy attractions and animatronics, and much, much more. Now, let's take a look at a few things that will help you get started as a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee, such as atmosphere. Making sure your establishment has an inviting atmosphere is essential to bringing in new customers. Entertainment. Having a lot of entertainment value in your restaurant will ensure that customers come back. Bonus revenue. Coin-operated games and attractions can generate additional revenue during the day, which means more money in your pocket, ready for reinvestment. Health and safety. There may be times when you purchase something of questionable quality, and we don't blame you. Cutting corners is just good business. But there are steps you can take to ensure you don't get sued for it. And that brings us to liability. Being a thrifty shopper is smart, but be aware that buying things on sale comes with a certain amount of risk. Aside from the daily risk of lawsuits, there's also the risk that something might be hiding inside whatever you just purchased with that steeply discounted price tag. Of course, that would only be a serious danger if there were something outside that's been trying to get in for months now, which we are not confirming to be the case. This concludes the amount of help we are legally obligated to provide. Remember, you are now the face of the newly rebranded Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Wear that smile with pride and let's make some money. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for disappearance, death, or dismemberment.
Your job is simple. You have to make a big, busy, and beautiful pizzeria by day 7 or Saturday by purchasing animatronics, mini games, health supplies, environmental decorations, upgrading the pizzeria, and etc. You do, however, have to be wary, as in the video it stated that, with some things there's liability and risk, that something could be hiding. But, there's evidence to neither confirm nor deny that. So, it's only your loss. Nonetheless, though, is that you had to avoid buying items with risk on them, otherwise you'll end up getting sued, and I'll get to that a little later. Something that I constantly say. Once you're done placing and buying everything that you've needed to, you can then, check if you have any sponsorships. Ooh, sponsorship to get bonus cash. What could go wrong? Heck yeah, I'll take that thing in a heartbeat. They might say I'm a sellout, but whatever. After you're done with your business and pizzeria, you finish off for the day. Or at least you think so. You are now sent to an office where you had to complete computer tasks such as making sure that things are printed, cleaning toilets, ordering pizzas, and etc. etc. while at the same time trying to maintain the temperature in the room from getting too high, and then also, checking in the vents. Now, what could go wrong? There's literally just vents. I mean, there are probably rats in them, but, you know, pretty sure it's safe. But luckily, the phone guy tells you that you have a few tools at your disposal, such as an audio device, a ventilation tracker, and then a silent ventilation where you can, hear for anything. And then you also have a flashlight where you can just, check and try to prevent anything from popping out of the vent. At least, preventing them anyway at the time being. Sounds fun. Oh. Ah, damn it. Yeah, the bad thing about the sponsorships, if you take them, are that they create audio disturbances that can get you killed more easily. And not only that, but they kind of have to go on for 5 seconds or so, so it's kind of annoying to deal with. Fantastic. Once you complete these tasks, you log off and then... Aw, come on, really? Another thing to do? Hi. You look like you've seen better days. You're given a choice to either salvage the animatronic that you're facing for money, or you can throw it back where it belongs in the trash and get no money from it, however. If you choose to claim it, though, you have to do an audio prop section in order to actually, claim it as salvageable in order to get the money that you get. Basically, you have to play audio tests that range from either very disturbing or creepy and melodramatic. What you essentially are given is a taser. You can tase the animatronic 3 times before it starts to damage the animatronic system. That taser is essentially the only way you can prevent them from, getting to you. If you use it more than 3 times, the money value slowly decreases because you're damaging it. However, though, if you do not tase it and you die in the sequence, you do not get the money, but instead, the thing will run loose in your pizzeria nonetheless. So basically, if you pass the test, you get the money, and then if you lose, you have it run in your, vents anyway. It's a lose-lose situation. I mean, sure, you get money, but, you still have to deal with another nuisance in your life. After that's over, the videotape guy reminds you not to forget Saturday, and that you want them all in one place. That's a hint for something I'll discuss. After the week is done, you'll usually get something around 1 to 5 endings. Getting sued is something that is somewhat rare, but somewhat not rare. To get sued, you have to put many liability risks in your pizzeria. And you'd usually get, these sues and all these little reminders that you suck at your job in maintaining a pizzeria. And you can either choose to settle them, or you can pay the fines / battle them in order to get money back, or if you want to press the matter farther. However, though, this decreases money, and if you spend more money than what you have, you'll end up with this scene.
You gave it your best shot. You went all in. You put all your eggs into one basket and did the unthinkable. You ran out of cash. While we encourage entrepreneurs to follow their dreams, we also recognize a lost cause when we see one. There are no do-overs, and we trust that you know your way out. But before you go, take this certificate of bankruptcy. Now do everyone a favor and get lost.
However, if you don't salvage any of the animatronics at the end of the week, or not all of them in time, you basically did this scene.
Congratulations! You've completed a full week on the job, and you've done it in such a lackluster way that no one is proud or disappointed. It's a fine line to walk, but you did it, completing your job with such an efficient level of laziness that we're surprised you're able to dress yourself in the morning. While such a minimalist work ethic is rare, it doesn't mean that we want you back. In fact, it means you should look for employment elsewhere. But before you go, take this certificate of mediocrity. You should be proud. You stood on 2 feet and convinced someone that you could do something, when in fact you couldn't. Now get out.
Congratulations on completing the week. Unfortunately, you did not meet your special obligations under paragraph 4. Your employment is terminated. We'll mail you your things. End tape.
One of the weird animatronics or kind of things you can get in the game is this archive baby. Once you do that and place it in your pizzeria, you have to do a command on the PC while you're busy ordering stuff on your computer. After that, you will start to see blueprints and the tape guy basically explaining each of the animatronics, and that's why the salvage exists under paragraph 4, as it's used to bring them all here to burn them. And I'll talk about that, or rather show you guys in a bit. And then you get fired.
Congratulations! You went somewhere you weren't supposed to go, saw something you weren't supposed to see, and prevented a tidy resolution to a messy problem. Needless to say, you're fired. But before you go, take this certificate of insanity. We're giving it to you to ensure that no one believes you, and to ensure that we can promptly replace you without incident. There is a truck waiting for you outside. Take care.
You get countless lawsuits and risk meters because somehow you're reckless, you get this cutscene.
Congratulations! By some miracle, you've completed a full week on the job. Here at Fazbear Entertainment, we encourage a healthy spirit of entrepreneurship, which sometimes means taking risks. But you took it a step further. You were reckless and borderline criminally negligent in almost every decision that you made. So much so that you've been deemed a liability hazard, even for us. We'll mail you your final paycheck, minus the costs of wiping the security footage clean and erasing all trace of your employment from our files. But don't feel like you're leaving empty-handed. Take this blacklist certificate. You'll be lucky to ever find employment in this town again. Now take care.
However, if you go the optimum route and you complete the game gathering all the animatronics without any risk, you get another cutscene. And it's better for me to just, let you see it instead of me explaining, because that's not really good.
Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place. Just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole, so don't keep the devil waiting, friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
Everyone is burned, and all the souls are set free, apart from one of them. What an ending, am I right? Fun fact, any of the minigames in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaria Simulator seem basic at the surface. However, though, when you look at the deep lore behind them, or the rare instances that things happen, it's pretty kind of chilling and unsettling. Besides the, lemonade slash fruit punch clown lines and the secret fruit punch line, there's also the minigames such as Fruity Maze that turn from a happy girl playing the game collecting flowers to a sad girl crying, collecting dead flowers and dogs. Huh. We better get Peter out of this. In Midnight Motorist, on the last lap, you have to go through a middle bottom line in the bottom of the track. That leads you to this little weird interactive section. However, though, the gist of it is that you are playing as some kind of guy who apparently is related to the FNAF 4 characters in that someone ran away from their house, and they'll be sorry when they get back, apparently. Another minigame like this is called Security Puppet. On rare occasions, you will see the target with the green band, because on every time you play Security Puppet, you have to look for somebody with the green band, as that is your signed child. However, though, you'll see on sometimes, even if you spend more than 1 tokens in a row, that you see the girl that you're looking for. But you're trapped under a bunch of boxes, and all the kids are just laughing at her, or just staring at her, and then they all run away. So, the puppet tries to go save her, but she disappears into the rain. When you go try to save her, the puppet, of course, being, metal and animatronic slash robot-like, kind of slowly breaks down, slowly withering away, trying to get to the girl and save her. Eventually, the puppet disappears, taking the soul of the dead child with the puppet. And thus, the puppet was born.
The masks that we wear pretend they are there. The goosebumps are just...
Okay guys, so I actually see the offices here. So you can actually customise the offices now. And there's challenges here as well, loads of challenges that we can do.
Oh my god, we have the vent system? Oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna close off that vent. The duct system. Let's go. There's so much happening.
20 difficulty. 20 difficulty. Freddy!
The ultimate custom night is not something to mess around with. This is the ultimate custom night.
Oh my god!
Yeah, me bird likes you.
Thanks very much. No, these characters, I can't even.
What is? Oh, no! Oh god!
No! Reset the ventilation!
We put you back together and take you apart all over again.
Whoa!
Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Just kidding, it's hell. I'll explain that in a bit. So now you can set any animatronic you want at 0 to 20 AI from 50 choosable characters with different scores to achieve, office skins to achieve, and power-ups to get, and etc, etc. So Ultimate Custom Night came out in around June-ish / May-ish of 2017. Can't believe that it's been 2 years since then. Nonetheless, though, is that this game is really a step up and kind of a combination of every other game so far. You basically have multiple tools and mechanics that you have to juggle and balance, while at the same time try to make sure that you don't run out of power, because you have 100% power. And of course, if you run out, well, game over. So yeah, you are given a mask. You are also given a few tools at your disposal, such as a power ventilation, AC, silent ventilation, a heater, a global music box, a power generator, so that way you can save power, get rid of certain animatronics, wind up the music box without having to do so yourself, and etc. However, the other options besides the, power generator will drain power, faster, so it's kind of a gamble on what you should actually use first. Nonetheless, though, is that there are multiple ways for animatronics to get into your way now. So you have two doorways, you have two vents, and a center vent in front of you. Then you have air ducts that are also in front of you too. So you pretty much have to deal with three systems: regular cameras, a vent, and air duct system. So you can deal with a variety of animatronics that frankly aren't so pleasant to begin with. Most of these animatronics will be out to kill you, while the rest of them either act as distractions, noise causers, phantoms slash hallucinations that will startle you and try to distract you, or ruin any of your systems, and also causing you to find things or animatronics in cameras slash watching them in cameras in order to actually keep them at bay. And also buying plushies. That's interesting. No, very few people have wanted to daunt the challenge of 50-20 mode, where you pretty much deal with every animatronic on the highest difficulty possible. And trust me, right? If I would have attempted that, I would have died in probably 2 seconds or less. Honestly, most people have probably done that anyway. So you have to deal with like 50 or so animatronics. That's pretty much all of them. Everyone is here. Well, besides Withered Freddy, Withered Foxy, Phantom Foxy, Chica, Marionette, Nightmare Foxy, Jackal Bonnie, Funtime Freddy, Bitty Bobs, and Shadow Freddy. But you get the point. Almost everyone's here. So there's a multitude of pre-made challenges, however, that you could practice so that you can get better if you try to attempt the 50-20 mode. To help you as well, you can also get power-ups from completing nights or dying. I guess they reward you for dying now. That's epic. Thank you, Rockstar Freddy. These power-ups that you can get range from either giving you 3 tokens to start off with, setting the temperature to a cold 60 degrees for a little bit of time, and extra battery percentage, and then also DD Repel. Oh, DD. If you don't know why I'm groaning, DD is a character that will randomly show up on rare occasions and spawn a character that you don't have to any AI level. Now, if that isn't annoying enough, besides the Bloom Boy look and design, DD herself is kind of one of the scarier things about this game because she can spawn a character that it really is time sensitive or someone that you have to keep eyes on, otherwise you die, such as the puppet or the nightmare puppet or any other animatronic for that matter. More specifically, animatronics like Funtime Foxy or Foxy themselves. And even worse, animatronics that require you to buy plushies such as Nightmare Bonnie or, any other timed reaction animatronic that can easily kill you in seconds if you're not careful. In 50-20 mode, however, you get a shadow and glitchy version of DD that will spawn in 6, if not all, of the secret animatronics, ranging from mini-arenas that block the screen, Shadow Bonnie that basically makes everything dark in your office, the lull bit that basically requires you to press lull and creates a noise disturbance, the bonnet that you obviously had to punch in the nose, plus trap that you have to keep eyes on, and also Nightmare Chica where you have to turn on the heater in order to make sure that she doesn't swallow you whole. Every time you reach a score of 500 to 1000 in the game, you'll get a cutscene of either an anime schoolgirl or Toy Chica going after guys every cutscene like a hoe, or a JoJo Freddy Fazbears swearing vengeance to Foxy and wearing a fruit hat. Okay, not even gonna question that. Once you get a score of 10,000, aka like the best thing you can get in this game, you get a scene of Golden Freddy twitching away in the darkness. No one really knows what this means, but there's theories saying that that's the spirit that haunts you. But even so, this game itself is pretty scary. Much like every FNAF game. What am I even saying? Let's just go. Fun fact, this game actually has voice lines. That's right. Besides the phone guy, besides, every other game that's like Baby having a voice line, etc., etc. This game actually has voice lines and little Easter eggs every now and then. However, these voice lines come in the form of death lines, so when you get killed by a character, they'll usually say a voice line. Although there aren't many voice lines for some characters, there's still a lot of characters that have voice lines that are either really interesting.
I recognize you, but I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
Very funny.
I bet you weren't expecting me, were ya? Turn your back for 1 second and I'm like, wazoo! Ninja skills.
A little bit cool.
What is this news? Is it me trapped or is it you? Perhaps it's us both.
And then gruesome in some way.
We know who our friends are, and you are not one of them. Let's taste death again and again and again.
However, I'm going to focus on the interesting ones, such as the Jacko Chica and Lefty lines saying you shouldn't have killed the one, or you shouldn't kill that one person or kid. And well, judging by these lines and judging by how you are constantly told that this is your personal nightmare in hell, we can conclude that we are playing as the purple guy because he burned in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaria Simulator. And you are pretty much stuck here, forced to get constantly killed by all these souls that you tortured, everyone that you've put through. And now, they've glued you to that seat, and they will get revenge forever and ever and ever.
Can only hide for so long.
Now that this is done, I can finally go back to regular videos. Hooray! I'm sorry for not, uploading so frequently, folks. School, is a priority. Life is a priority too. Not only that, but I've also been trying to, fix my iPad and my phone as well. I've been looking at ideas for other stuff that I'm going to do after this. So this one was frankly, I think I mentioned this in the first part of this, little mini series that I liked the series, and, I like this idea of talking about games that I've had experience with or at least known about and, providing some insight on them. But FNAF will always be a big thing in my heart. Like, I always say that, but really, it is. Like, many people may say it's cringe, and many people point to the animations of, oh, look at them, this is pretty terrible, or oh, the fan base is just bad. But I feel like that's part of almost any fan base. But what sets FNAF's fan base apart from others is that it's not just full of kids, it's full of people who've been, creative, who've made, like, fan art, made fan characters, shipped characters for some reason, made fan games that are either really good or pretty eh. And not only that, right, but these games were honestly the inspiration for the likes of most games that we probably wouldn't have nowadays, and even being poked fun at like cultures or even other games for that matter. Frankly, it was kind of like Slenderman in the era. And with a new game coming out supposedly and the teasers being posted during the beginning of this video, I'm not surprised that Scott is going to be making more FNAF games until his arm like falls off or something. But he'll probably teach one of his sons to like start game developing and making sure that you can capitalize off of everything you can. Anyways, with that being said, as always and as every time I say it with me, folks, even if you don't want to. See y'all next time. And country. Goodbye.
We tried our best, you seem to have beginner's luck. We came so close, but we just couldn't make you one of us.